Patti, I'm so happy to see you. You're really a powerhouse.
You felt like a cast out if you didn't have a mate in Temple. So I think I became a matchmaker because I wanted everyone to have a mate.
It's such a Jewish thing, right? Is it like 7 matchmaking get you to heaven or something?
Well, then I'm way there. It's all about getting 2 wives in the afterlife. Why is it always that the men get the wives and the women get shit? You ever notice that? I believe the aliens are in bed with the Mossad.
You know, you're a matchmaker, you're a producer, you're an author, you run this incredible operation, and you're also Jewish.
Right.
What does that mean to you? Patti, how are you?
Good, how are you? So excited
Good.
to be here.
I'm so happy to see you in person.
Yes.
And, I mean, I've been a big fan of the show, but then I've been also a fan of you on social media.
Oh,
You're
thank you.
really a powerhouse.
Thank you. I should be more. I'm so bad at it.
No, you're great.
I'm out of my league in social media. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest with you.
So let's start in the beginning.
Okay.
For people that, I mean, I don't think anyone doesn't know you, but for people that don't know your story, you grew up in New Jersey, right?
Yes, in Short Hills.
Tell me about your upbringing.
To put it this way, I grew up in I was the Cher amongst all the Christy Brinkley's. I had dark hair, everybody was blonde and Aryan. And Short Hills was a very waspy place until a certain amount of Jews and Italians started coming in there in the newer side, because there's an old side. If you watch Hair, the movie, the debutante comes from Short Hills. That's what it was like.
Wow. And you come from like a matchmaking heritage.
Yes, my mom and my grandmother. Yes.
Yeah. You knew you have to go this path?
I was pretty badass. Like, for instance, my mom married a really handsome man. Let's call him the Jewish Richard Gere from Brooklyn. And he cheated on her, very Mrs. Maisel. And she got out of the marriage, and my grandmother had fixed her up with that. And she's like, you can't be single. What will everyone think? So she taught her what to do, and she got her next husband 6 months later, believe it or not. And the temple got wind of it. And my grandmother was like, what do you want from me? The rabbi's like, look, everyone's getting divorced. You got to fix up all these women where their husbands left them for the secretaries. And thus a business was created, but they did it for free. They did it for a mitzvah, you know, like for a blessing.
It's such a Jewish thing, right?
Yeah.
To matchmaking. Is it like 7 matchmaking get you to heaven or something?
I don't know. Is that true?
Yeah,
well, then I'm way there. I got a bunch of heavens. I could probably sell them at this point.
Exactly.
No, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
But my mom and my grandmother, it's like air to us. My aunt did it in Manhattan, and it's like air. Like today, one of my best friends, Jill Zarin from Housewives, said, we got to get Allie married. 2 minutes later, 3 of my friends have sons that are single, that are in her age group, going, can you get my son? And it was like the universe just kind of, like when I need it, it just comes. You know, I'm very lucky in that way. I'm a good matchmaker, but I also know who belongs with who, and that's the sixth sense that you can't always teach. I teach a lot of matchmakers what to do, but you really have to give the client what they want. And even if it's gonna break their heart, like if you're a 2 and you want a 10, and I say, I'll give you Mandy, Schmandy, and Sandy, you know, bimbo, OnlyFans, you know, girls, but they're gonna break your heart.
Right.
And then eventually his heart gets broken, he comes back to me and says, okay, now I want a real one.
And you've done it on the show as well.
Yes,
there were a few
correct.
times that you had to, I mean, the man wanted something very specific, and you're like, okay, I'll give you what you want, then come back.
And by the way, women are not different. The industry has changed now. It's like 60 to 70% female now, and they're spending the money to find love.
Right.
And everyone's on to Boca Raton. I don't know what's in Boca Raton. There's more men there, and everyone's calling me from Boca Raton right now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you get into this business from New Jersey?
Okay, so my mom and my grandmother always did it. I was really good at doing it in high school. So my mom had gotten divorced. She moved down to Florida. She opened a bagel restaurant, the best white fish you ever tasted in life. I still crave it.
Oh, wow.
And she's like, oh, come down. And then I like worked the front, register, you know, basically hostess with the mostest. And then my mom's like, I sent you to college at University of Miami. You are not going to be a hostess. Like, she circled a little ad. That was Great Expectations, the largest dating service in the country. And then I went to work for them in marketing and learned the business. Right. When I got out to California, I literally would go to the matchmakers in town. I didn't think they were great. And they said, if you give me 2 Jewish guys, I'll give you what you want. So every time I dated a Jewish guy I didn't like on JDate, off he was given to the matchmaker. And then I realized they didn't know what they were doing. So I started, one guy offered me $10,000 to fix him up. A guy I went on a date with that I didn't like. And my mom was like, you have a business. So I quit my main job. And I went to get an interview at Paramount through Sherry Lansing. And the head of the marketing division said, tell me what you do on the side. And I said, this is what I do for fun and to pay my credit card bills off. And he said, that's a business. That will be a TV show. My son created behind the music. These shows are going to go up. And thus it was written.
It's such a Jewish thing. I'm thinking that, something, you see a business, you see an industry, something doesn't work well, and you can do it better, and then you come in and you do it best.
I mean, it was like they didn't care whether the client found love. Kind of like apps are, there's nothing wrong with the apps algorithm. It's the super likes boosts and the ads, and so they get you addicted like dopamine. And if you're not, like, the filterization isn't good. Like, I would love to create the next great app because I have an idea that nobody has, but the filtration is bad. It's like, I don't want to spend thousands of hours like I'm doing a slot machine in Vegas. I want to get what I want, and if you don't have it, then don't give it to me until you have it. Like, that's the way it should be. So matchmaking cuts all the mess. It's like, we know what you want, we're going to give it to you unless I don't have it. And if I don't have it, I'll refer you to one of my affiliate matchmakers who I work with, or your matchmaking is not for you,
right. So, I mean, you started in 2008, was it?
No, I started in 1999, actually.
1999.
Yeah,
Okay, wow.
I started with my dad's house in Red Rock in Las Vegas.
Wow.
And it was an accident that I started. I realized that people were not meeting anyone. I registered the trademark, and I created a website with a friend of mine. Yeah.
And how does I don't know if to call it an industry, but like dating, how has it evolved since
Oh
then?
my God, it's completely different. So yes, we have 1 million apps,
Right.
but not enough. There's plenty of room for new apps. I want the hedge community and the tech community to know, like, don't stop. There are niche apps, like you hike, I hike. You ski, I ski. Like, there's niche apps, small, baby ones. And then there's big ones like Tinder, like Match Group happens a lot. I work for Plenty of Fish. They were the original swipe left, swipe right. Marcus invented it, and then he sold his company to Match for $465 million. You've seen Whitney do amazing with Bumble. And there's going to be more room for it. I think AI is going to take over, and I think AI is going to go outside the database and look for people like on LinkedIn or other communities that people have.
Do you think those apps are actually helping?
I don't think it's bad. I think it's the people that get on the apps, low frequency.
Explain to
We're
me.
not getting enough quality upper crust men and women.
Okay.
So it's not so much about money, it's more about education. There is the League, which is another app, but they kind of pick what you want for you. You don't get to pick what you want, like swipe left, swipe. And I think, look, there are I think 175 million single people in the United States, so out of the 300 and something million. Like, if that's the case, why is only the same percentage on every single app? We see the same people over and over again, and you're not seeing new people. If I want to meet a cowboy in Montana, why am I not seeing that on the app? Like, I want somebody like Kevin Costner. Where is that? Right. So we do get niche people like that. We have recruiters on the ground that do it for my company. And I just haven't, seen a better quality. It's not the app's fault. But I think with AI, it's going to change that. I think AI is going to change and get a whole new genre of people.
Yeah, I mean, I met my husband on Tinder. I was...
That's the largest app at Evolve.
Yeah.
So
and
yes.
I think for gay people it's different. I think we have like Grindr.
Grindr and Tinder, that's probably it,
But
right?
Grindr is more like, it's not for relationship.
Well, I mean, I've met people who've met relationships on
me
Grindr
too,
because
for
it was
sure.
an accident. Like
Right.
they start having sex and then
Right.
it falls into a relationship. But it wasn't like I went in there going, I want to get married and find
Right.
the guy or girl. Yeah.
And I think in Tinder it's different for the gay
Yes.
community. So we have those like two levels, I guess. And then we had a date and we fell in love, and I got really lucky. But I'm just thinking like how, in a way, I don't know if the apps are good.
It's not, everybody's blaming the technology.
Yeah.
Like, the technology keeps changing, but not the biology. So not everybody's drawn to an app. There was a whole genre of people that are sick out of COVID that said, I was so lonely in COVID, I need to meet an internet, interperson connection. And so you're seeing more things. But most cities, Like New York, I think is very social, and Miami is very social, but then LA is not.
Right.
We're a factory town. We go home at the end of the day. Right. So I don't think every city is in that let's meet in person. A lot of them are lazy. They want to Zoom, or they want to do FaceTime dating, or now you see Bumble has an interactive thing. I think Tinder does too.
Yeah.
And so they need more human connection.
Yeah, and I do think that this, like the app is in a way, it's actually pushing us further apart from one another.
I don't really, like, think about it this.
Yeah.
Where'd your husband live?
I lived in London.
And where did you live?
In Israel.
Okay, how would you have met without the app?
Yeah.
So why are you blaming the app?
No, I'm.
So you like, so I'm saying you wouldn't have met him.
Yeah,
so you have to look
really
at it like that.
And I
no, I don't think it's luck.
Yeah.
I think the app, like Raya, when you meet 10 people
Yeah.
every day and they all live around the world, a lot of us need to be open. A lot of us say long distance relationship sucks, but in your case it worked out. So you got married. So I think we need to be more open and get out of our hoods because that's what's keeping you single. You got to mix it up.
Right. So what should someone single watching this should do to find
Well, first
love?
you can join millionairesclub123.com.
Okay, great.
My company. or you can go on an app. I'd say that's 25% of your search. I wouldn't say that's all your search. Then I think you need to find things, if you're same sex or opposite sex, you need to find things people go to. You know what I mean? That are in your group. Like if I love to pickleball, go to a pickleball that has both sexes, right? So that would be another 25%. Doing things that you love to do. Another 25% is, obviously traveling. Going to different cities, and it could be like a town that went over. Like if I go to the same coffee shop every single day, am I gonna meet anyone? No, but 2 towns over,
right.
In Larchmont, I might meet a fantastic person because I went to a coffee shop at 9 o'clock in the morning and the place was bustling.
Right.
And smile.
Yeah.
Smile, please smile. Smile, and especially women to men, so they know it's safe to come in, because since we've gone through the whole Me Too movement, men are afraid to approach. And they're blaming it like on feminism, masculinism. I think they're just scared.
Yeah.
So there's that. And then the last 25% would be the magic, going about your life, not thinking about it, and the universe just gives you a meet cute in person at the gas station or something,
What should they avoid doing?
I think that they need to, it's one thing to be on the app for a percentage of the day, just like social media. I think social media might be a little bit more, downtrodden in that department because they are looking at perfection.
Right.
Everyone's filtered. Everyone is filtered. I don't know one person that has not put a filter on. Second of all, you're watching these beauty queens thinking you can get them, or you're watching these hot guys take their shirts off. Like, you're living in a fantasy land. Right. It's like OnlyFans. You're living in a fantasy land. So I think we need to get off a little bit more, not get rid of social media, but don't spend the whole day doom scrolling. I'm not against Instagram. I'm not against TikTok. That's not what I mean. What I mean is like kind of take your day and your weekends and segment it.
Yeah. And
like you do it on a cruise.
Right. Go outside and touch grass. Sometimes.
Exactly. Stand in the ocean.
Yes.
So I think we need to get back to nature, get back to us. Stop putting a full face of makeup on all day long when once you get the boyfriend, you're going to stop doing that anyway. Right? We all do that. And just be you,
And I mean, you're known from the show, you often give really tough advice, tough love.
I'm tough, yeah. But I'm tough because I have 42 minutes and I got to get them on a relationship.
Right.
That's why.
Yeah. How was working on the show? I mean, did you enjoy it?
I loved it, hated it, and loved it.
Okay.
I hated when the clients didn't listen. Made me crazy. But I loved Bravo. I loved my crew. I'm still friends with all my crew. I just loved the whole producing aspect. So I produce now because of that. And that's probably my favorite part, creating and casting and getting locations. I love all that stuff and decorating and all that. So I enjoyed it and I would do it again tomorrow. I loved working at Bravo. Yeah.
And did you ever felt like you were criticized for?
Oh, I was criticized every day. I was attacked 24/7.
Really?
It is not easy. It is boot camp. It makes the double wear Prada look like a pussycat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I would definitely realize when I go work on another show, Like I worked for Hallmark for 4 years. When I work on another show, I'm like, it's like easy, piece of cake. But you know, we were fast. I had a huge crew. We had a lot of moving parts. I would do like 4 scenes a day. When I did the New York season, we did 12 episodes in 7 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Okay? And I don't even know how I did it. I mean, I looked awful that season because we were moving so fast. And so, yeah, you know, you get criticized, you get called out. I had death threats when I first started from fathers. You know, my daughter is not going to be a hooker for you. And I'm like, excuse me, I'm no sex before monogamy. Have you met me?
Yeah.
But then like the Mormons loved me, the Catholics loved me. It was weird. It was like, there's a whole world out there. The NFL came on because they loved me. And I get calls from all of them, you know, saying, the parents call me, go, my child got married because of you right after the show. So we had a lot of stories like that.
And I think you constantly tell the women, and the men actually, like not to have sex on the first like 3
Yes.
days. That was your
No,
word?
I had no
2
sex
days?
before monogamy. If
Oh,
he
before
gives you monogamy
right.
from the moment he
Yes.
meets you and you're going to trust him,
Right.
you can do that. I mean, he might lie, but 9 times out of 10, a guy's not going to give you monogamy unless he means it.
Yeah. Are you more proud of the couples that you created or the ones that you told them to run to the hills?
That's a tough answer, but I think probably the ones I saved.
Yeah.
Because they were tougher. Like I've saved a lot of people from cheating.
Right.
And I'm always amazed at that. Like, you know, either they're gonna cheat, they cheated, and I have to get the lover back. It's like a whole thing. It's like I'm a therapist in that way. But I'm also someone that sees stuff that nobody else does, you know, like that OCD intuitive world where I'm like, something's out of place and I have to fix it.
Is it true what they say about, you know, the shoemaker's son walks barefoot? Like,
Oh, here we go. I feel like it's like, you know, Yenta the matchmaker, where are you? I think the wrong men were attracted to me. I went for, you know, there's 2 streets when a woman's dating, sex or security. Very few get together at the same street. It would be more Hollywood, we'd get that. And so I went sex, which was a mistake. I should have gone security, but I went sex, and I think chemistry was the most important thing. And I also thought it was okay to be the breadwinner. I also thought I should be in a power couple and all these things. And what happens when you do that, and in my case, the men were intimidated by my success. And they wouldn't tell me till very later on, till you're deep in the trenches. One I was just about to get married to, the other one I was living with. And it was rough. So I took 2 years off. I'm clean as a whistle. Just started slowly dating right now.
Yeah.
And we shall see. I'm ready for marriage and love right now. I think I'm the cleanest and the most clear I have ever been in my life. Yeah. And I think I'm the happiest because I like being alone. I don't have a problem being alone. So I'm not needy. I think I desire, but I'm not in heat.
Yeah. I think it is you get to this point that you feel comfortable being by yourself, for you to find someone that you really want and could
Right,
share your
exactly.
life.
And I know what I want. You know, before we were trying people on to see which size fits, like Cinderella with the shoe, and none of them really fit perfectly. You know, one shoe was really pretty and gorgeous, but would hurt my feet. So it's like, no.
Right.
And I think I'm okay with that. You know, but I know I get criticized because I'm older. Also, I had a trauma childhood. I mean, like, my dad was an alcoholic. He was a narcissist. He was a raging alcoholic, screamer. My mother normalized it, and she married 3 times. He married twice, and we were always living on the edge, money going up and down, and so it wasn't a very soft, comfortable landing. Plus, I was adopted, and so with that, you know, it's a rough ride. Also, you become a people pleaser when you're like that. And then you also, like in domestic violence, we can spot when the energy shifts and like, you know, the man, you know, the father's gonna come in and rage and run to your bedroom to escape. Like we were always on eggshells, I think. Yeah.
My parents they're divorced now, but I think I know what you're talking about and how you are always sussing out, trying to see what's...
and then you become sensitive to energy, even though you pick the dark energy guy or the girl because you're attracted to it. Like, you know, I said, if Satan came in the room and Lucifer looked hot, I'd probably sleep with him, right? But at the end of the day, you're paying a price for it. And then sometimes it doesn't show up a lot. I don't think therapists know how to, I have not seen one good therapist, I've been to a lot of them, that show you like, you don't have to heal from the trauma. Like, you just have to recognize it. Because they all make us like we have to heal and then we'll be perfect and then we'll find love. And I don't think that's true. I've seen a lot of people who are traumatized find the greatest love of their life.
Yeah, my therapist was good. She always said, you have trauma, you have issues in your past. You don't have to fix them. You just need to notice them. And once you notice them and you know that this is your tendencies, and I see it, I have one older brother, and I see how different we turn out and how...
My sister's the same way. My sister's younger. She turned out different than I did.
In what way?
My mom told me never to get married, don't have children, it's overrated, travel the world and take lovers. She knew I'd be famous someday, and I used to sing when I was younger, so she thought that was my route. My sister, she was home, like babysat all the kids in the neighborhood, loved all the animals, and she said, you're gonna get married because that's all there is for you.
Yeah.
Where she pushed me a different way than my sister. My sister married a multi-millionaire, has 3 kids, and is happy.
Oh.
So
is it like a self-fulfilling prophecy for you?
I think I was fighting my mother's wish. I think a lot of what I became was my mother's wish, and now for the first time it's Patti's wish. I'm changing that ideology. But I didn't realize that till I did hypnosis, and it came up in hypnosis.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you feel like this recent generations, like Generation Z and like those new, the generations that are just becoming adults now?
Yeah.
Is there going to be issues with them?
Absolutely. Well, they live at home. So if they live at home, and they don't go into the city and live with 4 roommates and sleep on the floor like my generation did, and they don't hustle, I don't know if the Calgary's coming to save them. Like, I was funny, I was watching I Love LA and I switched over to Friends for the first episode, and the first scene is the parents cutting the child off after 2 years. And she just has an internship, she doesn't even have a job. Like in my world, my mother would have been like, all right, you graduated, you got a month to play, get out of the house, don't come home until you have a job and find an apartment. Like we were a very different generation, we were tough love. But they may get lucky with AI. Like AI might do all the work for them, cook for them, clean for them, take care of them. It'll be a robot society, so then they're home free.
Yeah. Well, I heard someone the other day talking to another person about creating clothes for robots.
Oh yeah,
it was so weird.
Did you see like the human robots the other day? They were scary. That looked real. Scary. That was like Star Trek stuff.
You can buy one now to get it in your home. Would you have one in your home?
I mean, have a guy like to talk to every night, and he looks like a guy, and he's cute. Maybe.
Yeah. And it's
like
AI,
maybe you don't need a guy.
The conversation will be so good because he will always.
Right.
Like,
maybe if his mechanics work downstairs. I don't know. What's his fingers like? I don't know.
I'm sure it would be perfect.
Right,
it's
exactly.
like you know exactly what
they don't talk back. They tell you how gorgeous you are all day long.
And apologizing a lot.
Right. They're going to get insecure.
Yes, exactly.
Right? That'd be kind of amazing.
Yeah, it would. In the show, you're not hiding your Jewish identity.
No, I don't try.
Comes up all the time. I think even
I use a lot of Jewish words, a lot of Yiddish words from my grandparents. Yeah.
I rewatched some of the of the seasons, and I went back to season 1, and even in season 1, you were talking to this Jewish couple, and you told them to get the Manischewitz wine and get the challah to the I forgot their names, but it was
maybe for Shabbat.
Yeah, for Shabbat, and I was really impressed. I mean,
like, I'm not going to hide that I was raised Jewish. I'm not really religious. I'm more spiritual, but, I'm a Zionist for Israel. You don't like it, too bad. Take it to the street. But the anti-Semitism that's going on is horrible. And I'll fight for it tooth and nail. Like, I cried every single day for those. I had nightmares over it about the hostages.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Like the Bibas, I lost my mind. Lost my fucking mind when that happened.
Are you afraid of being a very recognizable Jewish celebrity?
I am afraid. And I won't travel to Europe right now.
Oh, wow.
So I have been scared. I was scared like the last 2 years just in our country, especially in New York. Right. I don't think that's going to leave anytime so soon either. I'll tell you one story. So this was scary. So I had a massage therapist for 7 years. He's not Jewish, he's Catholic, but he doesn't practice. And his best friends are all Jewish, and his clients are all Jewish. And it was Kanye. Kanye starts the first shot around the world. And my boyfriend, who's Catholic, says, well, Jews kind of rule the world. That was the one reason I was like, okay, where did you get this from? Your father's super religious. Why are you coming down on Jews? So I didn't realize that people thought this. Then the massage therapist and I were having a discussion about it because it was some scary period at the start of the war. And he says, you're a Zionist? And he goes off on me. And, he was anti-Semitic. I go, get out of my house and don't ever come back.
What do you hope people would understand about the Jewish community that they sometimes overlook?
Okay, so we're all family oriented, and we care about people. There's great stories of wonderful things that Jewish people have done over the centuries, even though we were a minority, you know, and I think that you're misunderstood, and go to Israel and then come back and tell me what you think. I think you need to make a pilgrimage to Israel. I think every person needs to go to Israel, whether you're religious or not, to understand how Jews, Christians, and Muslims live together in peace. Because we don't fight within each other.
Right.
So I think you need to go to Israel before you start yapping your face off.
But I mean, in looking at Israel, I think that there's hope because you see this coexistence and you see Muslims.
Israel's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
They're the smartest.
Yeah.
They have the intelligence. Yeah. You can think you're going to destroy it. You will never destroy it. We've got lasers now. And I believe the aliens are in bed with the Mossad.
Really?
I believe the aliens are giving
Tell
them
me
the
more about
technology.
that.
I'm not stupid here.
Really?
The aliens are here.
Yeah.
Like, we know that with the orbs, and we know that with the drones. So you don't think the Jews are like, hey, these people don't work. We're going to go over here. We're going to make friends with the aliens. We're going to get the technology. Marjorie Taylor Greene, she may be on to something. Who cares? She's out of Congress now anyway. We're just going to make friends with them, and we're going to get all the technology, and no one's going to touch us. And we're going to have an invisible shield around it or something. You know?
Yeah, there's a lot of reports about the aliens files lately. I'm suspicious.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah. Is there any Jewish value that you use in matchmaking? Something that guides you, or?
The Bashert.
Bashert, wow.
Yeah, I hope I give people the Basherts. I think the Bashert changes over time. My mom was married 3 times and my dad twice. So maybe there's a theory there that you know, till there's no, like, you know, in death till us part in the marriage ceremony, I think it's till there's no growth of the soul. The soul moves on to the next candidate on their soul contracts. I do believe in Kabbalah, and I do believe in reincarnation. So I do believe in a lot of, you know, the tree of life, and we go through these lessons. I do believe in that, and that happens in love too.
And Bashert means that you have.
You're meant to be.
Meant to be.
Yeah, at that time.
Right.
But can your meant to be change? A lot of women don't have their Basherts. Maybe they came in incarnated, so they don't have karma with that person. They don't have to come back. Because we're in a matrix, and we're trying to end this karmic wheel of relentlessly getting on the wheel and going nowhere. It's not working. And we're trying to end it so that we have free will and we move on to the next stage of development, which is, we're in a 3D society. We want to be in a 5D, which is all love and compassion and understanding and no war. No war. Yeah. So I think that's it. We believe in life. L'chaim. Right? Don't you think?
Yeah, I love that.
Because if you believe in the afterlife, you're not going to protect the life you have now. And that's what's happening. Most of these religions believe in the afterlife. Right. Even Mormonism. It's all about getting 2 wives in the afterlife. Why is it always that the men get the wives and the women get shit? You ever notice that? Who made these rules up? They're all men anyway.
Men, yeah, exactly.
Men, so patriarchal. I was like, Jesus Christ, how do you know that? If God's an everlasting being, he and she, you know, androgynous, you think he's going to just favor you, dude? Yeah. You're wrong.
In Judaism, it is like there's the Shekhinah, which is the female version of God, and then you have God as well, like Hashem. It's like it's this duality, and that's also Kabbalah. It's all about the duality.
I mean, I didn't love, like, my parents used to go to Spring Valley, which is a Hasidic community, to work with people in jewelry, and I would watch the girls, and I'd be like, I could never do that. And then I would watch, like, you know, like, you felt like a cast out if you didn't have a mate in temple. That was the only part of temple I did not like. So I think I became a matchmaker because I wanted everyone to have their mate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Patti, this was amazing. You're so brilliant and so much fun. And, you know, you're a matchmaker, you're a producer, you're an author, you're an entrepreneur, you have a big company, you run this incredible operation, and you're also Jewish.
Right.
What does that mean to you?
I don't think you can take the Jewish out of me. I just think that we go back centuries, and I may not be religious because I'm more spiritual than anything, but I preserve the cultural aspects of being Jewish and being a Zionist for Israel and making sure that Israel stands, because we have nowhere to go. As Golda Meir says, our strength is we have nowhere to go.
Do you like Golda?
I love Golda.
Yeah, she's
Don't you?
Icon. Yeah, of course. She's,
I mean, like,
she's an icon.
She
amazing.
had chutzpah like nobody. Like, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her.
I watch videos these days of her from back then. It's like, she's so inspiring.
I mean, like, she created the kibbutz. Like, we would have nowhere to go, like, after the Holocaust. And I don't think that we ever thought that Holocaust would ever happen again. But a lot of my friends' grandparents who were in the Holocaust said to me it could happen again, and I didn't understand what they meant. And now I'm on guard. I think I'm on guard as a Jew.
Yeah.
You know? I don't draw attention to myself, but I'm proud. You know, I'm kind of a quiet Jew in that way. But I'm proud, and you know, I'll break out the bagels on Yom Kippur or the latkes on Hanukkah, you know, or Passover, and I'm not ashamed of it.
Yeah, and you spoke about people, which I think that's so important, like having this peoplehood. That it doesn't matter even if you're religious or not, you're still part of the Jewish people.
Yes.
I think that's.
I think that it's really important to be respectful of our culture and not shy away from it.
Are you hopeful?
I have faith. I think that's my greatest asset. I have faith. And I know the universe always, the light always comes through and always shines.
I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Patti.
Thank you for having me. I'm such a fan of yours. Congratulations on your success.
Thank you so much.